Hello Pisces and welcome to ArcanaUniverse. This is going to be your 2024 predictions and energy forecasts. Let's get started. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathe in. Breathe out. All right. So we'll tap into each month, starting with January and ending with December. Please remember this is a general reading, so only take what resonates. We do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but you will know if this is your story. Ooh, what is going on? So I see here in January, there was this strong fire energy. They don't obviously have to be a fire sign, but they may have a lot of like strong fire placements in their astrological chart, or they just might be somebody like who's just very have short tempered or can be temperamental, is the type to like go after what they want, can be kind of blunt in a sense. But I just feel like this person they are very like romantically connected to you. Like they want it all with you. Like they want that partnership, and they've been very patient, more than patient with you. And they just kind of feel like they've been waiting around, like they want something more, but you've been leaving them on hold. You're not able to move on with them as quickly as they want, and they're getting impatient. I see here in February, so it looks like you have two specific energies coming through. So January, it was mostly comprised with a fire energy, and then in February, there's a strong earth energy coming through. So Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. I'm getting strong Capricorn energy though. And I feel like this person is they're kind of upset with you. They're very sad about this connection because they are always wondering like where they stand when it comes to you. Like how do you view them and all of that. I feel like they've been very like generous with you, with their time, with their resources, but you're not very clear, and if you have been clear in the past, they are still wondering. Like I feel like they're getting mixed signals from you, intentionally or not. They just kind of feel like you give them, as when it seems like it doesn't when it seems like it's not gonna work out, you kind of you just kind of throw them a glimmer of hope that it can lead to something, and then when you set them straight and be like, no, I'm not interested in you, then they get all sad. So it's just like a lot of, I feel like mixed signals have been given, and they are just kind of like in a very sad and uncertain place, in an uncertain kind of place. And moving on to March, somebody here is gonna go like hard. It may be your like something about like your birthday. Perhaps they do something like very like extravagant is what I'm feeling. So I see here like some level of like treating you out, making you feel good, or like spending a lot of time together. I see like a lot of like gift giving or flowers or something like that. And but it's just like it's not going anywhere. I just kind of keep saying this like it's not gonna go anywhere. There's gonna be some separation. It's not gonna be. It's not. I'm not getting rainbows and sunshine, even though you would expect, happy times, like happy intentions, and all of that. But it's just like doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. In April, I see here there is somebody here. I'm getting third party energy. So outside of these two connections, there might be a third person that really comes into your orbit, and this person you're just like, oh, I like them. So April might be a good month for you when it comes to romance or having like emotional fulfillment, where people are giving towards you, and you're just like, okay, I like this. I like where this is going. You're having very like happy, fun-filled times with one another. And in May, there's going to be somebody here that is going to try to push your boundaries when it comes to whether or not you'd be interested in being in some level of commitment with one another. And this one is very like passionate and physically charged. There may be a lot of like physical chemistry and all of that, but somebody here is not being honest here. It could be you, it could be them. Remember, we do have cross watchers, so roles can be reversed, but somebody's not being honest. It's almost like it's like opposite day. So if you're really happy with this connection, you sure don't show it. Or if you are very upset about this connection, you sure don't show it. It's just like there's some level of a mask that I'm feeling, and I feel like there is I'm getting this like picky energy. So you may be very particular, and if it's like, if they're not your end all be all, like maybe you don't want to entertain it, or like they're not good enough or something like that. And the universe is saying, like, the universe is sending you some pretty good candidates, like pretty good people, and you're just rejecting them. What? Why? It's because options. You got options. Okay. So let's go ahead and just continue with the reading. Oh. Slippery, slippery. So I see here in June that there's this feeling of being not satisfied with how things are going. I'm just really getting this like illusion kind of energy of like nothing is set in stone, and as a result, I see you like really focusing on your work. It almost feels like you kind of took a break from any romantic possibilities or options, because I think you yourself, like, you've come to a place where you are uncertain. There is this like feeling of not knowing what you want. So in July, I see you kind of really like putting yourself more out there, trying to like go on dates, and not just like somebody here, may perhaps in your like a group, your circle of friends or something like that, is going to really encourage you to kind of go out there, get out there, and like date around. Yeah, so I just see you kind of like enjoying yourself. And then in August, I think the whole like, so in July you kind of spread yourself thin. You may be you may have started like talking to multiple people, and then by the time August rolls around, you just feel like there's just too much third party energy at play, and you're spreading yourself too thin. It almost has become a burden to kind of keep up with everybody, and as a result, you're just like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. Like, the third party energy has been too much. So as we move into September, I just feel you like trying to take a rest. Like, there's somebody here that you have your eye on, and that you feel like, oh, you know what, perhaps this person could be the one. But before it can even like get off the ground, I see you taking a huge break, like huge time to yourself, resting, recuperating, and like just making people wait. They're like, you're not able to make a move right away because you realize that you don't want just anybody. You do want somebody special. And moving into October, there's somebody here that may be at a distance from you, but that kind of caught your attention. They are like pulling their energy into trying to get your attention and trying to spend more time with you, because I feel like you guys do share a romantic kind of chemistry and connection, but the main thing here is distance. You guys may live further apart than you would like, and but I see you like continuing to communicate with them, spending time, and sharing some level of a connection, even though it may not be in the physical day to day. And so I see you like kind of like planning ahead, trying to make arrangements into how you guys can come together, etc. Let's go ahead and move on to November and December. Continue. There might be some challenge when it comes to like talking to too many people. Hmm. So in November, I see you focusing a lot on your work. You realize that, you know, it is possible that you may form a romantic connection through work, is what I'm picking up. Um, yeah, you may have like a work related, like it's something through work. Um, and you find a lot of like happiness and a lot of momentum and movement when it comes to work and romance. So November might be a significant time for you in regards to that. And in December, I see you. It's almost like it goes really well. Like things are going really well, and but you get scared. Like you end up getting very scared. The possible like because it almost seems like too good to be true for you. You're kind of like questioning it, and you're really in your head. It do they have something to worry about? I do feel like there is this like third party energy. Remember, third party energy doesn't necessarily have to be like an affair or anything like that. It can be like work. Work can be a third party kind of energy. Your like family or just somebody else. But it can also, I'm not going to totally rule out the fact that it can be a physical person. But I'm kind of getting you're if this is somebody that you met through work, you're a little bit worried how it might affect your work as well. You feel like because you care about your work, you care about your performance and how you appear when it comes to work, like how you show up when it comes to work, and you're just kind of like worried that it may affect your work. Huh. Okay, it is trying to say, like, if you're dealing with somebody who's married, like, you need to walk away. It almost feels like a crush. Like, it can only be a crush. It can't be more than that, is what it's saying. Um, and you already know this. That's the thing. That's the reason why you fall back. You know this. And it seems to me like the people around you, they know it too. And yeah, so if it's like a work romance and stuff like that, um, and if they're not single, like if they're already in something, just leave it that way. Yeah. You don't want to entertain that. Okay, it's saying don't confuse work chemistry with romance chemistry. Don't confuse that. Like, I feel like some of you may feel like, oh, this person understands me. This person totally gets me. But it's just like work. It's work. Don't blur the line between work and romance, is what it's saying. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do a little spinny, a little wheel, talking about advice. So let's see what the advice is for you. I mean, I think that was the advice, right? But let's see if there's anything else that we need to know. Oh yeah, it keeps talking about that. Looks like somebody here has a work crush, okay? So what's the advice? Yikes. Okay. Very strong energy. It's pretty much reiterating what I said earlier, but it's just saying the connection, like there's a lot of burdens, okay? And if it's a short term, there's no point in progressing or pursuing it further. Like you just need to know where you stand, is what it's saying. The reason why you're going back and forth, having like uncertainties and doubts and stress is because you know what's right from what is wrong, right? It's just kind of like the energy I'm getting is do not confuse. Do not confuse between work and play. Like what feels good, like between work and what feels good. And so what I'm picking up is it seems to me like you have gone through a lot of heartache. You know how the saying goes, like, oh, the good people, the people that are worth being in a relationship, is like they're already in a relationship. It's like that. It's like you gotta differentiate what to pursue and what not to pursue. There is some level of having a distinction between what's reality and what's illusion. So if there's anybody here at work who's been like kind and loving and patient with you, it's saying don't confuse that. Don't confuse that, or else you're just gonna be your higher self, your mental state is going to be in a mode of being like burden, like as if you're like guilt and burden. You're going to be consumed by that. So the advice here is final. I see that you are trying to find an outlet for your unhappiness. You are unhappy about a connection that is not reciprocal. And so you are trying to find that reciprocation through any means, even if that means from somebody who's already involved with somebody else. And so, like being sad and feeling alone, it happens. it happens. Like, people go through it. There's a time and a place, but sometimes there can be some level of confusion if somebody else is giving you that attention and affection and stuff like that. But it's really the advice coming through is you really need to know where you stand, what's reality, and what is, somebody just being nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up the reading with a final question and answer. So feel free to ask a question, have that question in mind, and we'll give you an answer. The answer is focus and ask again. So really focus on your question, and your answer is. So it shall be. Fascinating. This same combo, I believe, came out for Aquarius. So you may be dealing with an Aquarius as well, or somebody with a lot of like air placements in their astrological chart. But just if you need to watch this video again, feel free to. But I just kind of feel like there's a strong message here. Like, you gotta know what's right and what's wrong, what's illusion, what's not illusion. If somebody's just doing things or giving you attention or affection because they're kind or because they want to make you feel included, but it's not to be confused with interest. A romantic interest for you, especially if they're already involved, perhaps with a family as well. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.